how's it going? This is Red Mocam.
Nice.
And you are?
I am audio to the eyeballs.
Fantastic. And this is the Beers, Gears, and Ideers podcast.
Yes, sir.
This is the first run. We have no idea what we're doing. Kind of
Yeah,
a
we're
little
just
on the nervy side, but
we're just kind of winging it. Yeah,
we're winging it.
so
That's what we
winging
do.
it.
Winging it. That's how you been?
I've been good.
Good.
Busy, but how about yourself?
Same.
Yeah.
Long week. I'm glad it's Friday.
Yeah. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah. So now what? Now what do we do?
Well, I think we should talk about this beer that we decided to pick.
Yes, because it is the Beers, Gears, and Ideers. So we're going to do a little beer testing in the beginning.
Yes. So,
I gotta find.
Yeah, Reb had a beer that he selected, and
can you see that?
I was like, okay, yeah, right there. Yeah. Wait, gotta get it in the.
I think mine's back. Is yours backwards too? I think it is. Oh, yours is full.
Mine's backwards, but yours is. Oh, we've talked about this. How
that's right,
camera flips itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he had this beer, and he's like, "Can you find it?" So I went on this mission to try and find it, and I went to the store near my house, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have this?" We didn't even say what the name of it is. So it's Shipyard Discovery IPA. And I went into the store and I asked them, I was like, "Do you have this Shipyard Discovery?" And they're like, I think that was discontinued. And I was like, "Oh, great. So we're not going to have the beer that we're supposed to have for the first podcast."
Great.
And he looks in his little database thing and he's like, "Wait, I think I do have it." And I was like, "No way." Sweet,
Was it like
so,
in the back cooler? You had to dust it.
Yeah, like way in the back, like torn up box, I was like, yeah. So I was like, but I was so happy they had it, because I was like, what if I cannot find this? Because it was like the only like store that sells a bunch of like, different varieties of beer, I got lucky. So
yeah, no,
it worked. It worked out.
I mean, we could have changed beers, but
yeah.
After we drink it, we may want to change.
We might want to change beers. Yeah. By the way, yeah, we're not sponsored by Shipyard.
No,
so
definitely not.
No affiliation. We're just
no
trying it out.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not an IPA kind of person, so.
Do we dare, though? Do we dare?
Yeah. Well, this is Shipyard. It's in, what are they? Are they brew in Portland, Maine? Is that where it is now?
Yes, they
Used to
do.
be in Kennebunk.
Yeah.
But.
Portland, Maine. So it's a 5.5%. And according to their little chart, it has a 3 out of 5 for bitterness and a 3 out of 5 for sweetness. So I'm kind of hoping
it's bittersweet.
It has a good flavor to it. I don't know. It sounds like a balanced flavor, but we'll see.
I'd read this. This, but I can't even see it. Celebrating discovery, and I'm not even doing that. Jesus Christ, no. That's not happening.
Celebrating discovery and the spirit of adventure. That are the
hallmarks of I can't read that.
And I'm not doing that.
Nope.
But
nope. All right, I did bring a glass too, because some beers are better in a glass.
Are you gonna make me get a glass?
You don't have to. I'm gonna try it from the can first, and then if it's horrible from the can, I'm gonna pour it in a glass and keep my fingers crossed, and maybe that makes it better. What's it sound like? Ready? That wasn't very fizzy. I think mine's gone old.
Yeah, I didn't hear a fizz either.
It smells flowery.
It smells all right.
It smells like a bouquet.
I got a feeling, I'm just going to say before I even take a sip, like I've said with many kind of IPAs, this might, piss some of the IPA people off, but it always tastes like grass. Like you just mowed your lawn and it's, I'm kind of scared about that because I'm not really a fan of that kind of flavor. Yeah.
You don't like grass clippings? I don't understand.
No. It's like, hey, let's mow your lawn and stick it in a jar and let it marinate and then take a sip.
Cheers.
But all right, cheers. Let's try it out. Here we go.
Oh, it's got a.
It's got that. It's got that thing I was talking about. Yeah.
It's yeah.
It started off. It actually started off pretty smooth, and then the bite hit me, and I was like, "Ooh,
oh wow!"
There's that grassy
that's
taste.
Manure on it. Oh, no. What the fuck?
This beer's made from farm fresh cows.
Oh, yeah. Me and my eyeball water. All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna put it in a glass and see if it.
Yeah, let me know how that is because I don't have one next to me. So
I was like planning ahead. I'm like, oh man, look at that. That's good head. Wow. Yeah, it's got staying power too.
All right, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Hey, look at that. The chat works.
I had to check it. Yeah, because I'm like, we didn't check that before we started. So. Is it any better in the glass?
Actually, it is.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, nope, there it is. Whoa. Yeah, it like sneaks up on you.
Yeah, it has a really smooth start, and then it's like, ooh, nope.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that third sip is actually not bad. I can deal with that. I think
if
I ignore it.
If I just pretend it's not happening.
Yeah, if I just ignore that bitter aftertaste, like I know it's coming, so I'm going to block it out in my receptors and just be like, yeah, this is not.
Ooh. All right. It's something. It is something. God.
So yeah, we got that, whatever that is, out of the way.
And you have 11 more of these to drink.
I know. Yeah, all I could find is a 12 pack or a case. I was like, I don't want 12 of those.
I really don't want 12 of those.
So,
yeah.
So what is? We talked about this, but I'll let you talk about what the subject is of the podcast today. What were we talking about today?
Well, we just did the beers. So the beers. Still not sure what to think of it. It's lingering. It's just hanging out. And the gears part. I guess the gears part we're going to go over something that we know about, a little bit about, and VR headsets. And
definitely.
Because, we know a little bit about them.
Yeah. Shit. Matter of fact, I believe it was you who got me into VR.
I'm sorry. It probably was.
You had it before me. I believe I might have seen you do it on a video or maybe a live stream or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks super cool.
Yeah.
And I remember going to get a headset or ordering one, I should say, because it seemed so cool that you had one and it looked like fun. I was like, that's got to be awesome, but
yeah. And you ended up picking up the HP. Is that the one?
Yeah. Do you remember around that time what you owned that made me want to get mine?
It was probably the Rift, the first.
The Rift. Yeah, the very first. That's what it was. Yeah, matter of fact. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what kind of made you get what made you get the bug to like try that? Were you like
it was Markiplier.
Really?
I watched like an old video of him with the was a developer's kit, the first one that was like monstrous.
I saw pictures of it. I never saw one like in person, but I heard they were huge and like bulky and
and I saw him do a video on it was the game Dreadhalls.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that and I was like, oh shit, I need one of those. And I started like looking at, maybe I'll get a developer's kit. Yeah. And then I found, come to find out it was a pain in the ass to try to play games.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
So I was like, do I really want to deal with that? So I didn't end up getting it. And then Samsung ran their promotion with their S7 phone.
Mm-hmm.
If you bought a brand new S7, they'd give you a Gear VR free.
Really?
So that's how I ended up with the Gear VR and started doing Gear VR videos.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after
that's actually a pretty cool promotion, actually.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I ended up getting one. My dad ended up getting one. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna get one." I'm like, "You can go right the fuck ahead."
Did he ever use it?
Oh yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Do you know what he was playing? Out of curiosity, what was he
Why am I
playing?
still drinking this?
I don't know.
I think he
I'm
was.
switching back and forth,
Oh
but
God, I think he was just watching like some of the videos and shit like that. What do they have like?
oh, like the 360 videos, like on like YouTube or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they
I
also did
still
like,
do that. I still do it.
and some
I
of them are
love it.
really fucking cool.
They're getting better too. The quality's getting like sharper.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you remember how they used to always be like blurry and like really hard to watch. You know, it
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
matter what headset you had, it was just really hard to
yeah.
like
Especially like
focus.
dark scenes and stuff like that. It would be
Yeah.
horrible, absolutely horrible.
So back to what you were saying, you got one, and then your dad got one,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah. Now I
so
started doing videos, the Gear VR videos. So,
mhm,
which was
nice.
that was fun. It was different.
I believe that's got to be yeah because I now I'm going back. I'm kind of going back on what I was saying is like I think that was what made me want to get it is you had a like your first Gear VR video or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw it and I was like,
My
what
first
is
one.
that?
As soon as I got the Gear VR, the first game I played was Dread Halls. So
Yeah,
it's after seeing Markiplier play it, I was like, nope, I gotta play this fucking game.
I gotta
And
get
I
it.
played it and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good times.
yeah. So after seeing that, yeah, I got an HP like it's not a developer kit, but it was like an experimental like mixed VR headset. It was
Yeah, it was.
weird.
What do they call it? MR? Was it MR? Is it mixed reality? Is that what they
Yeah,
call
it
it?
was a mixed reality headset, which was like I don't know what the Gear VR was going for, but actually what was it? It was cheap because you had to have
It
the
was.
phone
You
to
had to
run
have the
it,
phone. Yeah, yeah,
which was way more expensive than yeah, I think I paid like $400 or something
yeah.
for the HP headset. And it wasn't that great, to be honest with you, because it had I still have it. I don't know where it is at this moment, but it had a headband kind of strap, like no top support. So when it went around your head, it was like kind of just like
A lot
sitting there like
tighter.
a halo. You know,
Yeah,
you'd have to super tighten it to like fit on your head. And it was
yeah.
like, and it would slip and slide because the front end was so heavy, you know. But yeah, that
But
one was,
still, I mean, it worked.
it worked. Yeah. The only thing I really noticed I didn't like about it was like the lenses. Like, what are they called? Pharrell lenses? Is that what they call them?
For see, I get it wrong
Fresnel?
all the
Fresnel lenses.
Fresnel.
I
Yeah,
think it's Fresnel lenses.
yeah. I believe because I pronounced it wrong in a video. I call them Fresnel because it's exactly how they're spelled.
Right. It looks like it's how you spell it, but it's
And
Fresnel or
I
something.
guess they pronounce it Fernell or something
Yeah.
like that. Like I don't fucking know. It's the ones they use in lighthouses. That's the same lens.
Yes. They're like it almost looks like
Yeah,
layers of
yeah,
glass with like rings in it.
yeah.
Well, that's what my point going back to was I noticed the prominence of it in the lenses when you had the headset on.
Yeah.
Like it was really I don't know if they call it like a halo effect. I believe that's what it's
Yes. Yeah.
called.
Halo effect. Yeah.
It would leak like these beams of light on
Yeah.
you
Or
know,
is
it
it
was just really
God
hard to
effect
deal
or
with. God
Halo?
rays
God
was a
rays.
God
Yeah.
rays,
Yeah. That
yes.
was it. Yeah.
And I could see the rings in the lenses, and I was like, "What is that all
Yeah.
about?"
Yeah.
You know, it was hard to focus because I kept looking at the rings. You know, and I'd look,
You're
not
like,
keep my
huh?
eye in that
Huh?
little sweet spot. They
Yeah.
say to look in the sweet spot of the lens, and I was like, I kept not doing that.
Mm.
But
Well, it's because they told
yeah,
you to. They told you to
uh-huh.
oh, pay
It's like
attention to the
stare at
sweet
the
spot.
little
It's like,
spot.
no, 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 I won't do it. God damn it. It's not going to happen.
Hmm.
You can't tell me what to do,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah. I just heard a Rage Against the Machine song in my head. Just,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it all loud,
No,
but
no, yeah, my cat's bugging me now.
I saw him enter the room behind you.
Oh
I
yeah,
really did. Yeah.
we call him
For,
the Stifler
for all the
of
audio
cats.
listeners, yes, you can't see the cat, but he is walking by right now. I just saw him. He's hard to see because he's black and
Oh
he's
yeah,
just like a shadow that walks by.
yeah. We call him the Stifler of cats because every time he like enters a room, he always has that look on his face, like "What's up, fuckers?"
What's up?
Like ah,
He looks at you like, "What you looking at?"
yeah. He's just a demon.
So yeah, after the
Anyway,
whole,
sidetrack. Yeah.
we got sidetracked by the cat.
Yeah.
People know how that is. Like pets, something about pets just distracts people. I don't know it,
I'm
but
trying to drink it.
I haven't touched it since.
Yeah,
It's still back on the desk.
it's just little sips. Oh.
So yeah, going back to you with the Gear VR thing, you made quite a few videos with that, like a lot.
I don't know how many I did, but yeah, I did do quite a few.
Yeah.
And actually, some of my, we'll actually that brings up a really good we'll do that later. I was just thinking of a game. I had a game in mind. It was like shit, and it was on Gear VR, and it was like one of my favorite all time like Gear VR games. You're like, damn,
right.
But yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'm curious to know what that is because I have no idea which one you're talking about. So we'll find out what that is because I don't know what game he's talking about. But
well, you want to talk about like you had favorite games.
I do.
You want to do like a top 5 favorite VR?
I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. I think we can do that. All right.
Oh, you want to go first? You want me to go first? Or how about we both start with our number 5, which would be like the last place.
The last place, so the one that's not as special as the first place.
Yeah.
Wow, it just sounded totally like Captain Obvious right there. Just like it's like, no, you don't say. But
town.
No, I'll let you go first though. This discovery is making me go on adventures.
Yes, it is. That's what it says it does. Oh God damn. I don't like this adventure at all. All right. So number 5. I'm gonna go with Beat Saber.
You're kidding.
Number 5. I know. You would think.
You know what? We're acting. I'm just gonna cut you off for just a second. Yeah. I'm gonna act like we didn't have a list going for this, but I'm not gonna. I feel like we're lying to the.
Yes.
I feel like we're lying to people.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing about this is? My top 5, I picked Beat Saber. I really did.
And you number 5?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
I did. I swear. I swear. I don't want to show the whole list, but I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, focus. Oh it says Beat Saber. I just don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
But I did. That's my top 5 was Beat Saber. Yeah, that's so funny. Wow. So,
oh shit.
Why did you pick Beat Saber? Because you started this. So why did you pick that game?
Well, and also, understand it's top 5. So, to get into the top 5, it's still pretty fucking good. And Beat Saber is fun.
It is. It's super fun.
A lot of fun. But it does get old.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I can play it for a little bit and then I gotta just shut it off. It's like, all right, cool. I had a good time.
It's actually a little bit of a workout too, especially
it is. Yeah.
When you get up in the harder levels and you're having to duck and lean left and right, swing your arms all over the place. I sweat if I play more than like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, wow, I'm getting like a little workout with this game.
Shit, I'm gonna bust a hip doing this shit.
But it's super fun. I think anybody who's played VR has played Beat Saber at this point. If you haven't, definitely
you should
definitely play that game because it's one of those games that I have a gripe about that game though. I really do, but it's just a sign of the times is like the amount of money you spend for new songs is astronomical.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is so like, oh, here's a new song. It's like, okay, $2. But it's like, it adds up. It's like
doing I ended up doing like all the mods and stuff like that and just getting
stuff. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never tried the mods
for free. It's a pain in the fucking ass.
Is it?
It is.
I've never played it on PC. I've only played it on the Quest 2,
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. But that's
through the PC, you do the mods and stuff so you can get other songs and
yeah. I'm gonna have to try that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because the Quest 2 does plug into the PC, so I'm gonna have to try and see if that's something I can explore with that.
God,
right.
That beer's taking a long time. I'm sorry.
So
Oh,
number 5 there, we both oddly
that's funny.
selected Beat Saber. That
That's
was weird.
funny.
So
Oh,
number 5 there, we both oddly
that's funny.
selected Beat Saber. That
That's
was weird.
funny. So
All right,
my number 4,
yeah, number 4.
Face Your Fears. Do you remember that one?
I remember it.
It's
Yeah,
not
I've
really a
never
game.
personally
It's more of,
tried it.
yeah, it's not really a game. It's more of like an experience, but it
Yes,
was, I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool.
I'm the only reason I know of it is watching you play. I believe the first and the second one.
Oh, yep. Yeah, the second one was different. I think you could like move around. If I remember right, I think you could move around in the second one. The second one I didn't like so much. But the first one was cool because it was like different experiences. They had like this Stranger Things thing, and
Yeah,
they did all sorts of different stuff. And
it was terrifying. Some of it, I remember
oh
just
yeah,
being
oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It
like I
was
watched the
creepy.
only. I never played it, but I watched it in like I don't know if I should say it, but like when you watch it in like people would upload it to YouTube
Yeah, yeah.
and like just have like a 360 video. I don't know if that was kind of like the same experience as what the actual game was in the headset, like the first one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
could
Like
you
the
weren't you had no control, like it was just like a static thing, right?
right.
You're just looking around.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know there was something about being afraid of heights, and I tried that, and I was like, "This is terrifying."
Yeah, this
Because
sucked.
I'm super afraid of heights,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "This is scary." I
Well,
was like, "I
what was
don't like it."
there was it Richie's platform?
Richie's plank
A plank.
experience.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
you
that
take the
one was
ladder
cool.
up on the 2x4. Oh,
Yeah.
that was yeah. I've seen too many videos of people jumping like onto their faces in real life from in while they're in that game because they just go to jump
Oh
off the
yeah.
board like
Yeah.
slam their
Woohoo!
face on the
That's
carpet.
going for it. That is fucking going for it. Jesus. So what'd
But
you
yeah,
have for what'd you
my
have for
number
number 4?
4. It's a game that a lot of people don't know about. It was called No Limits.
No
And if
limit.
anybody's ever played Epic, is it Epic Roller Coasters?
Yeah. Yep.
So No Limits is its own VR standalone thing for the PC. And
Huh.
it's a custom roller coaster design software.
Yeah.
And you could come up with the craziest roller coasters you could imagine. Like 500 feet tall drop and foot tall drop and
And then you can
crazy, and you ride it, but
Jesus.
it also like they had complete models of every roller coaster in the world on it, so any coaster that's in any theme park is there, so it's like you
Oh,
can ride any roller coaster you want,
no
but
shit.
it made me really feel like I was on that roller coaster. I was like literally in my chair like going,
Yeah.
going up and down. you know I actually had my friend play it. He literally got sick. Like
Oh yeah.
literally.
Yeah. I've had
He
some games that
he
do
never
that.
tried VR before, and he literally made him sick. He was like, "I'm gonna be sick," and he literally started sweating. And I was like, "Oh man!"
Like, oh, yep,
I was
yep.
like, I'm so sorry." I'm like, I should have told you that can happen to you. But yeah, so that game is great. If you never checked it out, I highly suggest checking it out. It's on.
Huh.
I believe it's on Steam.
What is it? I'm gonna
Yep.
write that down. What is it
Yeah.
called?
No
No
limits.
limits.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out.
Yeah, it's super cool. They got like old wooden coasters and all, it's not like the fantasy thing. These are actually real,
Yeah.
because I know how Epic Roller Coasters has something like with like dinosaurs, like
Oh,
on
they
in
have
the
tons of
track,
different shit.
all
Yeah.
that stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like, I know I wasn't really a fan of, I do like it, but I wasn't really a fan of that whole fantasy roller coaster aspect thing. Like, going through like caves and stuff. It's like, that's not, it's like riding a cart in Minecraft or something. It's like, but,
It's still
all
kind of
right. So I
fun.
covered.
I mean,
It is fun, but it's just like,
yeah. All
all
right.
right, number 3. What do you got?
Number 3, super hot.
Oh my, you know what? I didn't add that. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Funny story with Super Hot is I think that is the first game I demoed at
Was it?
your
Oh, you.
house.
Oh, and
Cause you
I have some videos. We'll get to the clips later, but
okay,
yeah.
okay. But I think that is the first game I ever demoed in a headset that wasn't my own. It wasn't the HP, you know. And I was like, and
Do
you
you know which
had
one it was? Was it the Rift?
it was the
It
Rift.
must have been the
Yep,
Rift.
because I'd never tried the Rift before, and I was like,
Yeah.
what's this all about, you know? And it looked way better than my HP. I remember being like, wow, this is
Yeah.
super cool, you know.
I always
But
my thing
yeah,
with the Rift is I did love the controllers when those controllers are so fucking nice.
hmm
But
I'm having a hard time remembering what they were.
they just really fit your hand properly. It seemed like everything was like where it
Were they
should
kind of
be.
like the Quest 2 ones now?
Yes, yeah, actually, yeah, yeah,
They were like that, like
yeah,
form fitting, like they kind of just
yeah.
you hold them in your hand, like yeah, like a natural resting position.
Yep.
Yeah, super hot though. Man, I can't believe I didn't add that. That is a great game.
Yeah,
Like the
that
whole
one.
concept of it is just amazing.
Well, that one, the I did a video on Super Hot, and I
Mhm.
didn't realize my kid had already played it. I fucking bought the game, downloaded the game, but I hadn't played it,
I
and I
remember
didn't
this
realize my
video.
I didn't
I
realize
remember
my
this
kids were
video.
playing it. I had no idea, so I jumped into the game, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. The way this starts is like odd, and I did
Yeah,
like the what I thought was the first level. I'm like,
yeah,
wow, this is fucking tough. And I'm sitting there, and I ended up like going through 3 levels, and all of a sudden I beat the game. It was over. I'm like, wait a
yeah.
minute, what the hell? And then I went back, and like, oh my god. So I played the last 3 levels.
Mhm. Yeah. I think I remember you saying like, "Why is it so hard?"
It
And I
was.
was
It
like,
was like this.
"It's like because he's
Jesus.
like 7 levels into it
Oh
already
yeah.
before you
I'm
started."
sitting there thinking, I was like, wow, I really fucking suck at this shit. But no.
That's too funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
that game is hard from the get go. I mean, I find it really
it
hard
is. It is. Yeah.
to
It's
get.
hard to control it because like you automatically want to move fast. And if you
Yeah,
move fast, they move fast.
they move fast. Yeah,
So you have to like kind of like slow yourself down. You just kind of like imagine yourself in the Matrix, like, I'm Neo,
yeah.
motherfucker. That.
It's scary. Yeah, because it's like, oh, you turn to your left, and all of a sudden he's like coming at you quicker.
Yeah.
So you have to stop moving. It's
Oh
like, what is
shit.
that all about? Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's super scary. Actually, it's kind of got that fear element to it because it's just, yeah, it's terrifying. Actually, I can't believe I didn't have that on my list. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going to my number 3. I couldn't decide. It's actually a toss up. So it's like
Oh
two,
Jesus.
like, but they're in the same vein as each other. So I was like, I'm gonna let it go through because I couldn't decide.
I swear my cat's gonna fucking attack me. Sorry. Go
I
ahead.
keep seeing his eyes glowing
Yeah,
behind you.
he's like
Yeah.
standing up. He's doing weird shit.
Oh, there he goes. He just ran away. I just saw him. So for my third, if nobody, before I say what it is, if nobody's ever tried racing in VR,
Oh yeah.
like virtual, sim racing in VR, it's something that is incredible to experience. So I picked for my third Project Cars 2
Ooh, I haven't done that one.
and Assetto Corsa.
Yeah.
Corsa. People say
Corsa.
it different ways.
Corsa, whatever. Yeah.
Both of those games have their own beauty points, but just the fact of being able to get in the car and drive it,
Yeah.
especially if you have like I can't see it, but it's off. But I have a wheel and pedal setup over here
Oh yeah.
with the vibration and the resistance and all that stuff and the pedals at your feet. It's like, it's a totally different experience because in VR, you kind of forget that
Yeah. You
you're
get
not in a car.
super
You don't,
immersed.
it's like you kind of think that you're actually driving.
Yeah.
If I had a motion platform, I'd be set, but for the experience of it, of being in these luxury cars and being able to just sit and look around in the car is like
Yeah.
absolutely
That's pretty
amazing.
cool.
It's a
Yeah.
pretty cool experience. So that's why I definitely chose those. If anybody's, people out there have never tried it, yeah, please find a buddy that has a headset and try it because
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy fun.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did. I played Dirt.
Yeah.
Is that rally one? Whoa.
Dirt Rally. Oh my God. That will make you so sick.
It was like bad. I'm sitting there racing around for a while and like, oh yeah, it's like you said, start sweating. Like,
Yeah.
oh no. Well, I know the signs. As soon as you start sweating,
Yeah.
it's
As soon as you start sweating, it's like,
stop.
I'm going to be
Just
sick soon if
stop.
I don't. Yeah.
Stop.
I used to tell myself, I'm like, oh, it's just the headset. It's heating your forehead up. You're
Yeah,
good.
no,
That's
no,
why I go,
no, no.
no,
You have two
you're gonna be
different
sick.
types of sweats.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bad things. Oh, I sipped the wrong.
Yeah. I finally, mine's gone.
Oh, but yeah. So that was my number three. Yeah, definitely. It's so cool. I love the racing in VR.
Yeah.
I think it's great. What about number? What do you got for number two, Rev?
Number
What do you got for number
two.
two?
This is an oldie, and I cannot remember. I think I actually played this on Gear VR.
Okay,
This was Dark Days. It was,
I've never heard of that.
yeah, it's a really, I hope that's the name of it. It's probably not the fucking name. No, I know it's the name of it. It was, yeah, it was on Gear VR, but it was like a horror game.
Okay,
It scared the shit out of me. There's some scenes that really scared the piss out of me, but it had a really good story,
right.
and it was like it was pretty lengthy, lengthy, lengthy.
Lengthy. Eh?
Yeah, no, it was a great game, great story, great game. Got right into it, but yeah, I believe it was Gear VR. So
Oh, I've never tried that. I'm
I
gonna have to try and find it.
I have a video on my channel.
Okay,
I think I did a whole playthrough, like a let's play of it.
right.
So,
Huh. I'll check it out. I'm gonna see if I can find that after this. See if
mm,
I can actually locate it.
but it's a really cool game. I don't know if you can get it like on Steam, or I have no idea.
It's definitely not on the Quest 2. I know that.
No, no.
But you might be able to find it on Side Quest, maybe, or something like that, because they add
Oh,
games
that's
like that that are
possible.
really hard to find.
Yep.
So that could be a thing. Um, what is my number two? Oh,
I don't know.
one of, one of my favorites. I've spent way too much time,
Oh,
way too many late nights in this game, and I think it's probably it was like the dream experience for me when I used to play online. And I'm talking about the game Poker Stars VR.
oh shit! We played
I, lo-
that together. That
I mean,
was
we
fun.
did play it, yeah.
Yeah.
And you took all my money, yeah.
Yeah.
You took
Oh,
all my
that's
money,
right. I kicked everybody's ass. That was
yeah. You
awesome.
did, yeah. I was just throwing in chips, thinking like I got him, and like
Yeah.
you just kept coming up with the nuts every single fucking time that I went to go
Yeah.
bet, and it was like, oh,
I think that was the first time I played it, wasn't it?
yeah.
I was
I
like,
was like,
oh,
oh,
you need
join
to
me in this
play.
game. You're like,
Yeah,
I'll check it out. Yeah, and
sure.
I ended up like going broke, which
Yep.
was then it really made me question my whole poker career, you know. But I was just like, I was drinking, whatever, you know,
Yeah, there's always an excuse, right?
poker career, you know. But I was just like, I was drinking, whatever, you know.
Yeah, there's always an excuse, right?
But the amount of time that I put into that game just because I love it so much, you know, 'cause
I just
a lot
kind
of
of
people,
I like the atmosphere, like sitting down at the table, and it just, yeah, it felt like you were playing
right?
poker.
Like before poker became illegal online, you know, like being able to bet for real and stuff like that. I used to
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know, I used to gamble on there with like on like site. I don't even think sites are even existed anymore. Like I think it was like Full Tilt Poker,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
There's
there
a
was
few of them.
Poker Stars,
Yep,
which made this game,
yep.
but they had ability to bet online. You know,
Hmm.
and I loved it. I used to play it all the time, and I was like, you know what would make this amazing? If you could actually sit there with people and play this game,
Yeah,
you know, and be able to grab your chips and be able to throw them in and,
yeah. Light
you know,
people's
talk to people.
cigarettes and shit.
Yeah. And when that came out, I was like, what? I'm like, this is like exactly what I've always wanted was this game, you
Yeah.
know, because I still love poker to this day. I think it's so much fun.
Mm.
And, yeah, it's just like, but you said about the cigarettes and stuff. The thing I
Yeah.
noticed that I like now is like being able to like, I didn't know you could disable those things. And I do like that because if people are shooting off like cap guns next to your face and
Like,
like,
what the fuck?
you know, launching like rockets into the air while you're playing it, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's distracting. And I was
Oh
like, I
yeah.
don't really like it. You know, I did it first. It was like really, it's a good gimmick. It's really fun. But
Yeah.
definitely when I do it now, I make sure those props are off. So people are just like playing and being serious and not doing random stuff.
Oh, that's no
You know,
fun.
I know. I still turn it on every now and then, you know, if I'm feeling, you know, like I don't care and I want to have fun. But
Yeah. Yep.
If I'm trying to build my bankroll, I don't like to have it.
Mm,
But so yeah, that's my number 2, Poker Stars VR. Free. It's free. It doesn't cost nothing. It's really cool.
that one's a good one. I do like that one.
My name is the same on Poker Stars. So, if you find my name, audio to the eyeballs, you can add me as a friend. We can play. Anybody that watches it, yeah, or listens to it. Yeah.
Yes. Sweet.
All right. Oh
All
my
right.
God, we're at number 1 already.
We are, but
Okay.
I need a bathroom break. So
Okay. Yeah, I do
I'm
too.
gonna
So
do a
yeah, let's
little
do that.
I'm gonna do a little bio break and then we'll come back and do the number one.
Absolutely. So quick intermission before the number 1.
So
Heard.
I'm gonna go do a number one and we'll come back and talk about our number ones.
All righty.
Hey,
See you in a
be
minute.
right back.
And
Perfect
we're
timing.
back. We're back.
Perfect timing.
Perfect time.
Nice. All right. So number one.
Number 1. Oh,
Number one. Ooh, numero uno. For me,
I think I know what yours is. I'm not sure, but let's see if I know what it is.
it's Dread Halls.
Yeah.
It's Dread Halls. I think it's just a nostalgic thing, just because it was the first game that I played. It was, it was the one that I saw Markiplier play. The only reason it was like, damn, I need VR.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I remember watching you play that in a video, and it was like you could tell you were like generally like,
oh, it scared the shit out of me.
yeah, you were like, holy shit, this
Yeah.
game is scary.
It scared
Like,
the shit out of me.
yeah, peeking around corners and stuff. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is terrifying. Yeah, I've never tried it. I should.
Oh, you should. Yeah, especially
I think
on
it's on the
Steam.
Quest store. Actually, I think it's actually on Quest.
Is it really?
I think it is.
No
I think it's on
shit.
the Quest store.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, it looks terrifying. I don't do well,
Yeah.
in horror games,
Well, it's
especially in
creepy because
VR.
like all
I
the
have.
sounds, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. I'm just so terrified. I'm like, oh man, if something jumps out at me, I have no way of, just closing my
No,
eyes fast enough
you
because
just do
it's
what I do and go,
yeah, yeah.
that's all I do.
Oh. But
Scares
yeah,
the
that
shit
game
out of me.
does definitely look terrifying. It's well, yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
it's
I don't know
fun
if I can
though.
handle it without pissing myself. Honestly, I don't think I can do it.
It's good times.
Oh,
Good times.
what do I have? I can't. Why am I looking? I know what I have.
What is your
So
number one?
my number 1 game that I've played so far is Bone Lab. If
Oh,
nobody's played it,
nice. I did think about that. That's I have to say that's 6
not
for
to be
me.
confused with Bone Works.
Right,
There's
right,
2
right,
different
right.
games,
It's two
but
different. Yep,
yeah, because I remember you playing Boneworks on a live
yep,
stream, or yeah, you did live stream it, yeah.
yeah,
And I was like, that's super cool. And I was like, maybe they could go. I thought that maybe they could go more in depth with something like that idea,
yeah,
and they did. I
yep,
think they did when they made Bone Lab because that game is terrifying.
yeah. I
Like
don't
to me, it's
have enough time
scary.
in it, but yeah.
Like if I can't reload fast enough and those dudes are
Like,
walking at me,
God damn it.
yeah, and I'm getting surrounded. I have like 8 to 10 dudes walking at me. I'm like, oh, I'm freaking out, dropping clips. I'm not able to. I'm like, would
Yeah,
I fumble like this in a real life situation?
yeah,
You know
this
what
is
I mean?
bad.
Oh,
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, oh my god, I'm
Something
dropping my
goes down,
guns.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, that's instantly what I thought. I'm like, if a zombie apocalypse happens, I'm screwed.
I'm
I'm
so
just like, I'm
fucked.
literally screwed. You know. But I just love the way that game works.
Yeah,
The whole even climbing and grabbing things, and
yeah.
the way you slide along walls. It just feels like you're actually doing something. It's pretty.
It's cool because it adds more because a lot of VR games are the same type of thing. Like you're
Mhm.
standing in one spot and you're just shooting stuff coming at you.
Yeah,
And those I can't stand those types of games. I like it when they start adding stuff in, like you have to actually climb shit, and it's just
yeah.
it adds more to the VR experience.
And I definitely noticed with Bone Labs is like the whole like illusion of weight to items that you pick up.
Yeah,
Like when you pick up a sword or whatever in that game, you can actually feel like it's got some weight to it, even though
It
in your head
doesn't.
it does. In your
Yeah.
head it does, but not real. Obviously, you're not grabbing anything, but it
Right.
makes it feel like this has got weight to it.
It's like,
When you
what the
pick up a
hell?
50-gallon drum in that game, it's like, oh, I gotta struggle to get it up into the.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard. It makes you actually work for it, even though it's all in your head. And I
Yeah.
just love that they did that. I think it's great. So
Well,
that's
it just
my number
adds to
one
that
because I thought it
immersion.
was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most immersive game that I've ever played.
Yeah.
As far as just feeling like I was like somewhere else. I
Yeah.
was like, wow, this is crazy. I was like, I feel like I'm not even here. You know, that was definitely my number one. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that is a good one. Definitely a good one.
Yep.
Well, shit, we actually went through five. Damn,
I know that
top
that was.
fives. That was good. That was
We
good.
need top tens. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe top sevens. Maybe top
So,
sevens.
do we have any honor? Do we have
Probably.
any honorable mentions though? Do we have any honorable mentions
Ooh.
that you can think of that it
Oh,
would be like?
You know what? I did play a game years ago and I never finished it. Something ended up happening.
Mhm.
My save got fucked up. So it was on the Rift. Wilson's Heart, I think, is what it was called.
I remember that game. Is that the one that like had
It's like in
like
black and white.
it was black and white? Yeah, and you were like you could see like the ghosts in the hallway, like
Yeah, it
visions.
was
Like
really
I
cool.
remember that game. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was really cool.
yeah, that
That
one
one
had
was.
a cool story to it, and
Mhm.
which I loved. The VR games with good stories and shit. It just helps with that immersion, and it
Right.
really gets you into it, and which it's hard to find now. Like,
Mhm.
there's not a lot of games like that.
There isn't. No, there's
So
definitely not.
no, it's too bad.
Honorable mention for me. I definitely really got into. Here I go again with combining two games, but they're the same subject. Was a game called Thrill of the Fight. It was a
Oh, that was a
boxing
good one.
boxing. It's a
Yeah,
boxing game.
yeah, you sweat your ass off playing that
Oh
one.
yeah,
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
but it had the whole heavy bag thing and a speed
Oh
bag
yeah.
and stuff, and you could literally like it would like it judges your force of your punch on like, and it would tell you like how hard you were hitting in
Yeah.
VR. I'm like, what? I got to get those
That's
numbers up, man. So I'd start hitting that bag harder.
yeah.
You know, and that game is
Sweating your
great.
ass off.
Yeah, you're sweating your ass off. I was like,
That,
literally, my shoulders and arms hurt after. I was
yeah.
like, oh man, I felt like I boxed for like, a couple rounds.
Well, you
It was
did.
weird. There was that one I liked, and Creed Rise to Glory,
I didn't
which is
play
like
that one. I haven't played
that's
that one.
that's new. That one just
Yeah.
came out like not too long ago, a couple months ago,
Oh no shit.
maybe a couple months ago, because they had Creed,
Yeah.
and then they had Rise to Glory, which is like a whole like upgraded, like more levels, more people to fight and stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually bought it for my kid because he's like super into like boxing. I was like, all right, well, let's see what this game's all about. So I put it on, and tried it, and I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it's
I was
like,
like, this game is great. It
holy
has that
shit.
kind of old like Super Nintendo Mike Tyson's Punch Out thing going. Super Punch Out, excuse me. That's what it was
Yeah.
called then.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
The graphics look like that, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I do like it.
Huh.
Where Thrill of the Fight was more like a simulation.
Oh,
Kind
I
of.
do have to compliment you on your shirt. I do like your shirt. It's fucking
Oh,
great.
you're yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was. Now you got me thinking about my shirt.
I'm sorry.
But
Yeah, I know.
it's a great show too. By the
It
way.
is.
I love that show.
It is. It's good.
I'm glad they brought it back. I was like so
Yeah.
excited. I mean, not the show back, but even bringing that whole idea back, I thought it was a brilliant thing.
Definitely.
But
Oh, another one that I wanted to mention.
yeah.
Did you Moss?
Oh, I love. You remember
Yes. Yeah.
when we both tried it for the first
Yes.
time?
It was so fucking cool. Like, what the hell? Got this little mouse. That was so
That-
cool.
Yeah, it was like being in control. Like, what it reminded me of? Like, is being a child.
Yeah.
And like, when you have like play sets when you were a kid,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You know,
almost
you-
like looking
it was
down
almost
at
like playing with a toy
Yep.
mouse, and like making him do things on this like
I loved how you
weird,
could just
like,
like lean
yeah,
in and you could see it. It's like,
yeah, you could peek under
oh,
shit, and
yeah.
it's like super crazy. I was like, that's a great concept.
Mm.
There's not enough VR games that do that.
No,
I thought
no.
that was really super cool idea.
Yeah,
But yeah, Moss. Oh my god, yeah, I can't believe
yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. I thought of that the other day and I wrote it down. It's like, oh shit, I gotta fucking remember to mention that one because
Yeah,
that's like that was a really good one.
that was a good game. Yeah, and we tried it for the first time ever, ever together. I remember that, and I was like,
Yeah,
what is this? You know?
yeah. That
And it took
was on
forever
the
to come out on
PSVR.
Steam. It
It
took
did.
forever to come out on
Yep.
Steam. It's out now, but you know what? I don't own
The
that yet.
second one, the second one's out.
There's two?
Yeah, the new
No
one.
way.
I call it new. I don't
Did you
know how
play
long
it?
ago. No, not yet.
Oh, I
think
gotta
I
check that
actually I
out.
think it's on Quest 2.
I wonder if
I
the
think
first
it's
one's
on
on
the
Quest
store.
2.
I don't know.
If they have the second one, they gotta have the first one.
I don't know. That
Oh,
I
because
don't
I
know.
remember telling my wife about this game, and I was like, "You have to try this," because she's not a big fan of VR.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm like, for you, it's like
Yeah, but
playing
that's like a
with a
different
play set. It's like
right.
weird, It's like you're playing like
Oh,
some like supreme being looking down on a mouse. It's
what's that
weird.
other one? Demio was cool, which is
I
kind of
heard of it.
it's yeah, I've played it a few times with a few friends and shit. It's like
Oh,
D&D.
is that the D&D like dungeon
Yeah.
master thing?
It's really
Yeah,
cool cuz you can like zoom right in, you can like you have your little fucking miniature
yeah.
and you're fucking
I thought about
rolling
that
dice and
game.
shit. Yeah. We'll have
You
to
don't play
play
it
it
anymore, or
sometime.
do you still do it?
I haven't played it in a while. But shit, I'm always up for playing and that'd be a fun game to play.
I would love to try it. Yeah, I've always looked into that game, and I'm like, this looks cool to play, but
Yeah.
I'm like, who the hell is going to play this with me?
Oh shit, we
But
got
I didn't think of you. I don't know why I didn't think of
yeah,
you.
Waterman, he plays
Yeah,
it. And then I have
Kendricks.
another friend of mine, CT, he plays it.
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, no, we'll Christ get a bunch of us on there and it'll be fun. I'm
That would be
trying
super fun.
I'm trying really hard to wash out that disgusting beer flavor.
I'm trying
It's
really
not
hard.
it's not working. 12 pack later. Woohoo. Anyways.
Wasn't really in the list, but VR, besides VR, I mean, being it is becoming the spooky season soon, I gotta say
It
that
is.
Phasmophobia in
Yeah.
VR is
Oh,
terrifying.
you know, the
Terrifying.
first time was it me and you?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Remember we couldn't get the audio right? Like you couldn't
yeah,
hear me
it was so
and it was
fucked up.
yeah, I figured it out after we did it, but it was scary though.
Yeah, because then I ended up having issues with the controllers too. Like later
Yeah.
on, I went to play it and there was issues with the controllers, which kind of sucks because like that time that we did play it, that was fucking scary. That was
Yeah,
scary.
when you get caught and the ghost hands like wrap around your
it was
face
not cool. That
because
was
they're
not
in your face. So
cool.
like I was like, oh, I literally
and
like
especially like
ducked. I
hearing the
literally
sounds and
ducked.
shit is like I'm gonna fucking
I
die.
literally ducked and covered my face. Like I was like, I was curled in a little ball in real life. I was like, what is this? I was like, she's coming at me. I was like freaking out. It was like, oh.
That's good stuff.
Yeah,
That's
if you
how
definitely
you know a
want,
game's good.
if you definitely want to get your heart rate up, yeah, just play Phasmophobia. At
Yeah.
like 2 a.m.
Mm.
It'll definitely terrify you. I was like, oh god.
Speaking of that, Jesus, Boogeyman
Boogie, never heard of it.
was Boogeyman 2, I think is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another one. It was like in VR. You're like a little kid and you're going through your house and you have to try to find your flashlight and stuff because the boogeyman's in the house. Fucking A. Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, I played it once. And it scared the shit out of me. The fucking. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like this little kid and I'm going down the hallway.
Yeah.
All I want to do, and it's kind of dark and I need to find my flashlight and I'm fucking walking along. In
Is
the
it
dark.
Boogeyman? There's a game that's similar. Sorry to cut you off, but there's something game similar to that, isn't there? Where you're like a little child in a crib and you climb out and you have to get through the house and there's something in there with you. You remember what I'm talking about?
That might be the first one.
You're like a little baby and you're like going down the hall and it's super dark.
That's probably the same game. It's in the second one is in VR. You can play it both ways. You can play
Maybe
it
that's what I'm thinking of.
regularly.
Maybe it's the first one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never played the second one then. Okay. But
Yeah,
you were
'cause the
saying,
second
so
one
there's
you
some,
can.
so it's super dark and you're trying to find a flashlight. Sorry to
Oh
cut you
yeah,
off.
I'm going down the fucking hallway. It was on the ceiling.
Yeah.
It,
Wait, the
it was
flashlight was
right.
on the ceiling?
No. The fucking boogeyman was
Oh
crawling
my
on the ceiling,
God.
and I can hear him. And I'm walking down this hallway, and I'm like, I can hear him. I know he's fucking there. And he comes down off the fucking ceiling and gets me. Like, that was it. I was done. I shut the game off. I was like, fuck this shit.
That sounds absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the whole idea of things crawling above me and shit on walls and ceilings. I'm good about
And I will say the was it Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted? That one, the VR.
Is that
one?
VR?
Yeah.
Really?
That one was
I haven't played that.
That one was I didn't like it. It scared the shit. It was another creepy one.
Is
Well,
that is that the one where you have the button? Like you gotta push the
you-
button to turn on
like,
the lights? and
It's the
stuff?
first FNAF. Well, there's different levels, and you can play the first one, the FNAF.
Mm.
And when you're in the security office and stuff, and you have the monitors and shit like that, but you're in VR, so now
Okay.
you can like lean around the fucking corners and look down.
Did
the
you make a
hallways.
video of that?
I may have.
You did. There's got to be something out there where you did a VR of that.
I probably did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was another one that was creepy as shit. Anyways, we
Yeah,
can
that
talk
was.
about all the VR games.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole, man. It
really
can
is.
just keep getting you. Yeah, it's.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, there's so many good games.
Oh well. Anyways, speaking about VR,
Yeah.
I do have a little clip that was actually where your gamer tag comes from.
Oh, this should be good.
So let's see if it'll play.
I remember this, but I've never seen it. I don't think. Let's see.
Yeah, this is I did a little editing, so it's not like the whole.
Okay.
Blown. All right.
I'm
ready?
excited. I haven't
Ready?
seen it. Yep.
Oh my god, I'm getting sound in my eyeballs. That's so weird. It sounds like it's in the room, but it's not. It's in my eyes.
Yeah, it's like loud, but you can obviously still hear the room, so that's kind of really weird.
And then it's you
Yeah, it's like
back.
projecting
No
like
way.
audio in your eyeballs.
They in my brain.
Seriously, it's not how it feels.
Oh my god, you can hear me say it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, so yeah, that's where my name came from. Audio to the eyeballs. It was that exact moment. I love that is actually on video and set in audio for
Oh,
like
yeah.
all
Yeah.
time. That's amazing. I
Yeah,
love
and then,
that.
And then I had this one. This is the one with it was me, you, and Skibby,
Yeah.
and we were gonna do a video about the headsets.
Oh, is this the headset review video that we tried to do?
Yes. And
Okay. All right.
when it came to like sitting down and like talking about the headsets and what we thought about them, we had a little too much to, and
Yeah, well, we had the whole beers part of this podcast.
yeah,
Maybe a few.
Oh, yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm excited for this. I do remember this, so I want to see this. This is great.
So this is, and I don't know why, but I'm not able to hear them. But whatever.
It's coming through gray on mine. I can hear it.
Awesome. All right, ready?
Yep. Let's go.
Going on from the display of the PSVR, I think my biggest downfall of it was the controllers. It's
I noticed that just by watching you guys.
they are
Go.
they are
Share,
that was awesome. Should have been go. Yeah, it looks like an
I love
X.
the cut.
If somebody puts that in their mouth, I'm not gonna be able.
Dude, that should be the screenshot.
Oh no.
That's the fucking dude. That's the thumbnail.
Put it in my mouth and then turn the light on. That's
That's the thumbnail. PSVR controller
Oh,
suck.
I love it.
I just got a visual. It's like, yeah, no, that, yeah. I like this.
It doesn't help.
He did it.
Thumbnail. Why wasn't it glowing?
Oh, I
You gotta
love it.
Photoshop his head cut off with like a stripper's body on it. It's like laying on a bed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's good
Oh,
stuff.
that's the best. Oh, that is the best.
That was
I don't
a
care.
lot of fun. You know, it kind of sucks because you can hear the fan noise in the background. It's like fuck.
I really couldn't.
Everything.
I think it was more into your head than you thought. It doesn't sound
probably
that bad.
was. Yeah, I don't know. I thought because that's all I could hear when I was trying to edit it. Is like that.
Super funny though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's so good. I'm glad that exists. I really am glad that exists.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Good times.
Yeah. So we had this whole idea of like doing this big epic like showdown of headsets because the guy in the video there on your left, that was Skibby,
yeah.
and then Reb, and then me, and he had a
The PSVR.
PSVR. You had the
Rift.
You had the Rift, and I had the HP. No, was it the HP? I had the HP.
Yep, you had the HP. Yep.
So you did try that uncomfortable thing on, remember?
I did. Oh yeah. I remember.
You had that stupid ring on your head. It was annoying.
I didn't think it was that bad. Actually, you know what? The PSVR was super comfortable. The headset was.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how comfortable that headset was.
Just
It was super comfortable.
The control you saw.
Yes. It was like holding a microphone with buttons on it. It was like, what is this? You know, it was like it seemed like something like, you know, girls would have. Or, no, sorry,
right,
but
not necessarily just girl.
I don't know anybody. You know, personal massager.
Right,
you know.
right. One of those. Yeah.
That's what it looked like too. So funny. But yeah, definitely that was their biggest downfall. I know they've fixed that now since the 2.
I haven't even seen the controllers for the 2.
They look more like what Oculus is using.
Yeah.
They have more of that look to them. They definitely got rid of that stupid move wands or whatever they were using.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard the resolution's fucking insane on 2. But
yeah. But I was super impressed by it. Yeah. I mean, it took a while to get it going. I remember that. We could not get his thing to work right because of the whole Elgato thing that was going on.
That's right. Yeah, that was kind of.
And it was all running into my PC. Do you remember that?
It's right. We did. Yeah.
Because we were trying to capture the video in my PC.
Yep.
And for some reason, it captured 0 audio.
That's right. Yeah.
I only had the videos. I lost all those videos too. But it was like, but we were playing Super Hot. Yeah, I remember we were trying that. We were testing that game in all 3 of the headsets.
That's right, because I was
that
you could play in every one of them.
Everybody had it. Yeah, so I was like, okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
And then we tried wait, you did try No Limits, because remember we did the roller coaster shit?
Oh, that's right.
That was No Limits. You remember? Yeah, that wasn't Epic Roller Coasters. That was No Limits.
Shit, that's right. Wow, that was a long time ago. Fuck.
That was. I totally forgot about it till now. I was like, oh, wait a minute. We did play that roller coaster game that I mentioned as number 4 or 3? But yeah, that was super cool. But
Jesus.
I'm so sad that we never got that video out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of funny stuff in that.
Well, maybe throughout the podcast, we'll toss out some clips.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there is. Shit, that was way too funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Holy shit! So we haven't even touched upon any of the fucking headsets of the recent headsets that are out, and
yeah, jeez.
And what do you buy? Is it worth buying anything now?
I don't know. I mean, buying things now. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with the Quest 2. I have the Meta Quest 2, and I like it. I think it serves me well for my purposes.
Yep.
But there's, as people know now, there's other options out there now. There's
I don't know if they're worth. I don't know if it's worth the fucking money. What I mean? The Quest 2 is great.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt, especially for the friggin' money.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a standalone headset and you can use it on your PC.
Right.
Which is awesome.
So that brings us to the Quest 3.
Yeah.
What is the really, what is the advantages of getting that over already owning a Quest 2? You
If
know?
you already own a Quest 2, I can't see buying a Quest 3.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
unless you're a super diehard user or something.
yeah.
You know, right? Maybe there's something you would
I mean,
benefit
the
from the 3.
resolution, well, I wrote it down. Where the fuck's it? That is not it. But I did write down the resolution because I wanted to. Yeah. 2064 by 2208 per eye.
That's the 3?
That's the 3 at 120 hertz refresh rate.
Right. I think the Quest 2 peaks out at 90 hertz.
Very good. I don't know what the hell. Yes, the Quest 2 I think is 90.
That's even, I think, in like beta experimental features too. I think it peaks out at 90.
Let's see.
I can't off the top of my head remember what the resolution of the eye pieces are in the Quest 2.
1832 by 1920.
Yeah.
All right. The
So there's
refresh rate
definitely
is 72 to 120 hertz. So it'll
okay.
go up
So
to
it does go up to
120.
120 hertz.
Yep. So that's
Okay. But how much off from that, like resolution wise, is that?
What would it 1832 by 1920? It's not a huge jump.
Right. But definitely.
And I know they use different lenses now. What do they call it?
Yeah, they're not the
pancake
Fresnel lenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the
Pancake
phrase
lenses?
pancake.
I think
That's what I
they
heard.
call
Pancake
them.
lenses.
I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess you can eat them if you're hungry. I have no idea.
I don't think they're made like the Fresnel lenses. They're not made with that swirly pattern in them anymore.
Right.
Now
I
it's
think they
like
just all
now it's
stick.
layers of glass where it's like solid, like a regular pane of glass, but it's like different magnifications stacked on each other.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like done in like a cone shape
Yeah.
going down towards the, which makes sense. You know, if you had different magnifications, might as well just make it go from farthest to closest to make it the lens
Yeah.
more palatable to your eyes,
Mm.
I should say. But yeah, but I mean, like we were saying, if in my opinion, I don't see myself buying a Quest 3 because
No, because it's 500 fucking bucks.
it's 500, yeah, $500, and it's just
For
like,
the
do you
base
go that?
model, yeah. Like,
How important is it? You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
Now,
And
what do you
Quest-
own right now, Reb? What's your highest quality headset you own right now?
Your Index, the Valve Index.
The Index, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think of that? What do you think?
I think
of
it's
it?
an awesome headset. I think
Yeah.
it's like ridiculously, like stupidly comfortable.
Mhm.
The sound quality is amazing on it. You know,
Yeah.
the headset speaker things which don't touch your ears. It's kind of weird, but it sounds amazing.
Wait, they don't touch your ears? Is it like
No,
a
they kinda
floating?
they float off of your ears.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But,
Well,
yeah.
cool,
They
but weird.
sound-
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. It's a stupidly comfortable headset. The controllers are awesome. But even the resolution, did I write it down? Because the resolution's not that high on it. Yeah, 1440 by 1600 per eye.
Is that lower than the Quest 2?
Yeah.
Really? What is that all about?
The refresh rate though is 144 hertz,
Okay.
and the field of view is 130 degrees.
Oh, okay. So that
So
does
it's like-
make a difference.
Yeah.
I see where the benefit comes into that. Then yeah,
Yeah,
you
so,
definitely
like-
got the wider field of view, and
It has a lower resolution, but you look at it and it's like it looks great. So like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've never tried one personally. I'm
yeah.
gonna have to try that one day.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. I've never been a whole like knowledgeable person on like the whole resolution, like what's better and what's not, and all that stuff. But
I mean, like I said, that has a lower resolution, but like I put on that, you know, compared to the Quest 2 and the
Yeah.
Index. To me, the Index looks way better, even though it's
Okay.
a lower resolution, but it has a higher refresh rate. I don't know.
And
if
a
that
wire and a
helps.
bigger FOV, so it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff helps. Yeah, yeah. It takes me a minute in the Quest 2 to like forget about the obvious lens border. The whole.
Yeah.
You see that. I see it in my eyes. I can see that round lens in front of me,
Yeah.
and it takes me a minute
To ignore
to
that.
forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be like, okay, just ignore that whole blackness in the corner of your eyes.
Yeah.
And then you kind of forget about it once you just kind of zone in. It's like, okay, now I forgot that's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you take your headset off and put it back on again, it's right back again. It's like, okay,
There
now
it
I can see
is.
it again.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna take me another 20 minutes.
Where would you? I have a question to ask. So, where would you like to see like VR games go in the future? Like, what are you missing? Like, you wish they had? Like games wise, is there anything that you wish that was like not out that's not? Is there anything like that you can think of?
I think the thing that I'm missing, and they're kind of going like in reverse, like
Hmm.
they were doing it at first, like trying different stuff with VR,
Hmm.
which I thought was cool. Like we were talking about, like just like the climbing aspect, things like that.
Yeah.
It makes the game so much more interesting. Just stupid stuff like when you're working with your hands, it's like, oh, I have to open a jar, so you grab it with this hand and you have to turn. Just
Yeah.
dumb shit like that. It seems stupid, but it just helps with the immersion.
Yeah, that makes it why it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
really like. The waves of zombies coming at you that you shoot, they gotta stop. Just stop with
yeah,
those
it's
games, 'cause
so
it's
old.
so
It's
done.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so over fucking done. I think
Mhm.
it's probably like 100 and something fucking games that are the same exact thing. It's
Yeah.
just like, no, this one has zombies with one leg. It's like, no, it's the same fucking game as the other one.
Yeah.
So they need to just get past that and start like screwing around with some of like, I don't know, think outside of the box, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah.
Come up with more creative ways to use VR, in a game setting, because
Yeah.
horror games in VR are fucking awesome. I know there's a lot of people that don't like horror games, and especially if you're doing them in VR, it's really fucking scary.
It's really scary. Yeah. Yeah. Super scary.
Hmm.
I mean, I really think like even watching like a movie with like your friends in VR, not a lot of people do it, but when you do
Yeah.
do it, it's super immersive and fun because if you're gonna, you go on like big screen or whatever, and you just sit there with like 2 or 3 of your buddies and watch a movie, and it feels like you're in a theater, and
Yeah.
that stuff is super immersive. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Some people struggle to wear a headset for an hour and a half or 2 hours, though. It's like, oh, it's like I can't be in this anymore. I'm starting to,
Yeah.
my eyes hurt or something. It's just like, but I think there should be more things like that.
Hmm.
I really want to see more like live elements being brought into VR more because they try it and then it goes away, and then they try it and then it goes away. Like they had the idea of like being able to go to a concert
Yeah. Yeah.
and watch it live. Like say you
that
bought
is
a
cool.
ticket. Say you bought a ticket and you get like a certain area of the where they have maybe some way of having a camera. I don't know how they would do it. Maybe a
It'd
360
have to be
camera somewhere.
360. Yeah. Yeah.
But you're there and it's live and it's coming, at you at the same time as the crowd is seeing it. So you're not watching like just a static video that they just put there. It's like, I can't make it to this Taylor Swift concert or whatever. I'll just use that name because everybody is talking about Taylor Swift. But Swifty. No, I'm just kidding. But
But are you?
I'm a Swifter.
The Swifter, isn't that like one of those sweeper things to use around the house?
It's a Swiffer. But there's just an example. But imagine you couldn't get to a show that she was playing in London or something, and you're just like, oh, but I can buy a ticket for that,
Yeah.
and be able to see it in VR live, just like everybody else is. Probably better seats than everybody else is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be super cool, especially for
would.
like rare concerts that you can't get to, or something in like festivals in another country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I really liked like the Grass Pop Festival and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I'll never get there, but it'd be super cool
Right.
to be able to get a virtual ticket and watch it in VR. I think they should
Just
do more of
kind
that.
Able to look around and shit
Yeah,
like that.
check the crowd out and
Mm.
be able to bounce stages when a band comes on that you want to see. Because
Yeah.
normally there's multiple stages at a venue like that. It's like, okay, I don't like this band. I want to go to the
Yeah,
switch.
you don't have to fucking wander
Switch to
through
the other
sweaty
band.
crowd.
Yeah, you don't have to walk for a mile and
Yeah.
sweat trying to go see the next one. Yeah,
Yep.
like the old Ozfest days.
Yeah.
Just. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I would like to see is more interactive experiences that are actually, actually interactive. Make you feel like you're there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't die off.
What, VR?
Yeah.
I don't think it will. I think it's kind of stuck here, even though there's not a lot of companies developing much
There really
at
isn't.
all, really.
No. Which
But how
is
can it
too
be a
bad.
fad? I don't see it being a fad at this point. There's been way too much money dropped into it at this point.
Yeah, and there's still companies making headsets, coming out with new headsets. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I mean, obviously, Meta has a huge plan. Mark Zuckerberg has a huge plan with that Quest 3, and he plans on having, what did he say?
do virtual meat
6?
smoking. Is that what? I don't know.
He's going to have up to 6 headsets, definitely confirmed.
Huh.
So he's going to do the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. So it's like, all right, but where does it go from here? I don't know.
I don't either. I mean,
I'm
you can only do so
hoping
much-
one day we end up in the Ready Player One's kind of scenario.
I don't know. That's pretty sketchy shit right there.
I love I wish that was a thing. I love the idea.
Yeah.
I want my own Oasis. I really do. I want my own Oasis where I could be, just another person in VR. Yeah. No, not VR chat, but that's people do that is enough.
Christ.
Oh, where are we at? So
I don't know. Where do we go from here?
we covered all that.
We did. I think that was pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what we planned on doing, and we are
Right.
way over our allotted time that we actually planned
Oh
on.
shit, we are, aren't we? Well, we did take a bathroom break.
We did take a bathroom break, but it wasn't 15
No,
minutes.
it wasn't 15 minutes,
But-
but whatever.
No, but
But
Not-
yeah. Hey, this is the first run. I don't know. I think
Yes.
it went pretty well.
I think it went good. I think it was pretty smooth. I mean, anybody who
Hopefully
watches
people
this
enjoy it.
or listens to it, please let us know,
Yeah.
if you liked it, because I think it went pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, and we're gonna work on setting up social media and stuff like that. Because I would love suggestions, like what people would like to hear about,
Mhm.
what people would like for us to talk about, and because
Yes, rather than using our own,
yeah,
well,
I mean,
my
we're
own
just gonna-
fried brain
Yeah.
to figure out ideas, or it's like I might need your help.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're gonna steer towards stuff that we know about.
Yeah.
So there'll definitely be some music stuff involved, and
Mm. Yeah, definitely.
oh yeah,
And even if you're not into music, it's still, there might be something you grab out of it that might be of interest. I think, people that listen, I think it would definitely be interesting regardless if you are into music. But everybody's who's not into music, really,
Right.
whether you play it or listen to it, everybody's into it in some form.
and even if
So-
you can just hang out for the beers, it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be about the gears. You can hang out for the beers and see us make horrible faces when we drink these horrible fucking beers.
Yeah, and I still haven't finished it. It's like still,
Oh god, and now it's probably
and it's warm.
Yeah, it's gonna be even worse.
This is for the beers, gears, and ideas.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It got worse, didn't it?
oh. Warm beer is not good anyway. Oh.
No, but that can't be good.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. So how do we sign off? We didn't even think about that. We just thought
We
about
never
how
thought about
fucking-
that.
Yeah. How do we start it? And now.
No, I
here
really
we
think,
are.
I think that we definitely are off to a good start, and I am super excited to do another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I really had a lot of fun. I think that it's definitely going in the right direction, and
I think
I'm
so.
super happy to hang out and talk to you. And
It was a little
you know,
nerve wracking at first.
it is. It's super nerve wracking, but it's.
Oh. I figured we'd just jump in here and be like, jump in. Hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 and just kind of fumble on words and just like, oh, fuck, totally screwed that up. Start over, timeout, rewind.
Yeah, it's the whole overthinking thing.
Yeah.
It gets you. It gets you.
Oh yeah.
But no, I definitely had a good time, and I'm super excited for the next one. I mean, I'm not sure.
Oh, actually,
What's up?
oh, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no problem.
We didn't mention like how can people get in touch with us? Because for me,
Ah,
it's RevMoCam at everything, every
Same
social
for me.
media, everything. RevMoCam, you can find me. It's easy.
and
enough
it's the
to
same
find
for me. You can find me everywhere as
Yep.
audio to the eyeballs. Doesn't matter where you look. I am everywhere. If you have one of those, in one of those social media outlets,
Yeah.
you can find Reb or me. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a rash.
Really.
No.
We makes you itchy.
All right, Reb, this is super fun, and I'm like I said, definitely looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, we have no idea when that's going to be, but
No, we're gonna play
we
it by
can-
ear, but
yeah.
if they start rolling out good, we'll figure out the weekly thing or
Oh, yeah.
bi-weekly or
yeah, we'll come up with something and just yeah, fucking right.
awesome.
Wasn't bad. Cool. So,
Rebmo Cam, it's been really a lot of fun talking to you.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
as always. Oh, I almost started my old fucking.
No, do it.
As always. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see ya. You got any? No, just
No, that's
Alright.
perfect.
all right.
I just
See
did
ya.
all right.
That works.
Bye, guys.